So then we can start. Let me just open the project page. Before we start with the backlog or the dashboard, do you have anything else to discuss?
Not really.
I think we opened 2 upstream issues, but I think we will discuss them anyway later. So
Okay, yeah, then I will just share my screen. Do you see my screen with the dashboard?
yes,
Yeah, okay, then let's go. So we have here the upstream issue, upstream PR for the Azure Storage CLI. So it's still pending review. Is this something urgent, or how is the situation with the?
it's not urgent, but yeah, we should continue. You're right. So
Yeah, Ruben thought it was a good idea to let other people look at this.
Yes.
But it's,
sure.
I'm not sure why RAM would check this, but as a reviewer, but
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I will leave it in this state for another week. Then, if there is no progress, we can discuss it next week.
Okay.
So here's something from you, Ramon.
yeah, I'm still working. This is working, but I'm now working on I'm getting the acceptance test and a new Terraform going on. Like, this is to basically get Bosch bootloader up to date and get it fixed again.
So I saw that this will also resolve other issues like the Terraform.
It's probably going also to fix that you can run it again from our macOS,
macOS.
our macOS or M1 and such.
Yeah.
We're still using an old Terraform basically, and yeah, we need to bump that up at some point.
Mhm.
But why this happened is because Packer is basically it's obsolete, and it caused a whole lot of issues to build it locally and to have it to get the CI working every time.
Mhm.
That's why we moved from Packer to Embed. And yeah, this is also a bump to the new Go 119. We can now go to Go 120 in the meantime, but yeah. So this just need a review from people. I already responded on Ruben's stuff.
Yeah.
Hope Benjamin will take some time to review this as well.
Yeah, he's not so active lately, but let's see.
Yeah, well, he has some other things going on currently, so I don't know. Well, yeah, a lot of people who should be active are not active.
Yeah.
It's only us 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, this is how open source work. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, then this is yeah also okay in that state. Our override here is configurable Higgs. Oh, so this is something new.
Yeah, I don't have vSphere, so I don't know. I cannot do.
BoschVR. Also, I'm not so into the Bosch vSphere CPI when the policy also does.
No, I normally leave the vSphere stuff up to the VMware people.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So I also cannot really judge on this. So I will leave it.
Yeah, both those review are also in VMware, just so you know.
Yeah, so this should be pending review. So let's
Yes.
move it. So this looks like something relevant. So it looks like the indexes has to be rebuilt. For example, the second point is most probably relevant for everyone. The first one is only for.
Okay, so this is, yeah, okay.
The first one is only for people who somehow moved back to the old version and have somehow the new directory so that it doesn't break. But the second point is about rebuilding the indexes which is required with the new glibc version. Yeah, okay, I will then.
Yeah, it's just something we need to review.
Yeah.
But Ruben is already in there and Konstantin, right? So.
It's suggestion.
Oh, suggestion. Yeah.
I can take the suggestion.
Yeah, just bum bum.
I wanted to be more fair. So let's see. Yeah. Pending review. Move it to pending review. I don't know whether this has some implications for Bosch directors already running on.
I think we just yeah, it needs to re-index. I don't know.
This
what,
doesn't happen automatically, so it is so maybe slower when it's not done. When it is not done.
Yeah, I don't know what the files are, but I can check this tomorrow. Could go over this.
Because here is the statement is, but if this is required, it's up to the operator. So the updates in this commit are still. So nothing happens automatically. So it has to be triggered manually if it is required. Yeah. Okay, then we can go over to the issues.
Yeah, this one is coming from us.
Yes, I already commented here. There was something similar in the PR, which is already merged. And at that time, Konstantin analyzed what the situation is. I think it will be nice to have a look into this delay job table, which represents the state what has been executed, and the tasks table is so to say what you see when you execute CF tasks, and they can come out of Zung. So I think it will be interesting to see what is the situation with these tasks in the.
But that already uses the new Bosch, so and that PR is already merged for like a month or something.
Yeah, let's see.
Right, you can check on.
It's in 277.2. Do you have that one?
Let me check.
But for the situation which is described in this issue, the PR won't help. It has also some cleanup orphan tasks logic, which maybe will clean up the tasks which you see here.
What was the version?
272.
2772.
I think we merged it this week.
Ah, okay.
So maybe it's not on the staging systems yet. Blame.
I also suggest that you check.
Yeah, 2 days ago. I merged it 2 days ago.
Yeah,
So
check,
So
then we
let's
should
check
check it on staging.
Yeah, so let's check it tomorrow with Matthias if he has some time.
Yeah.
because
Good point.
the PR here introduced some cleanup logic for the orphan tasks and some retries in case the database is not reachable, so that the state they don't get out of sync.
Mhm.
What you have here is something with the changing credentials. I don't know whether that PR helps for the situation here.
Yeah, the issue here was that the old tasks still have the old credentials and cannot connect anymore. So even if they retry, they still use the old connection parameters, and they are invalid meanwhile.
I don't think they're. I don't think we caching.
You mean the worker has the old?
Yeah, but because the worker checks this ID, check these things, and will just run it. It's not that it uses its own. There's not caching. Like the worker does not know anything about caching the. Like the credentials or whatever to the Postgres database. It's it just asks, I want to post this to the database, and the director says, okay.
Yes, yeah. But let's check there is a comment, hi Behan, that seems to be exact same scenario. I checked the one, there is an update. That seems to be exactly the same scenario.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
I will probably talk to Konstantin tomorrow. I will check if he has some ideas because he
But
made.
let's check first the Bosch director version on this landscape Matthias used.
Yeah.
Maybe it still have the if it was not staging, then it still have the old version. So.
Okay.
No, we are wondering why Bosch isn't able to process such task. So I'm, maybe you should check whether the task has been executed at all or not. This is not clear to me. Maybe the delay job doesn't.
No, it's just that. Yeah, there is no date in this basically. So
Yeah.
I think at the point where we, at some point where we basically a process within Bosch or the database or whatever, we just switch something, and in the meantime it added this task, and then it basically didn't do anything with it, and it just stuck there.
Yeah, so the issue here was that we switched to a new to our credential rotation, and beforehand we had one user, and afterwards we 2 new users, and we completely invalidate the old user. And during this step, we saw this issue. So after we moved to the new credential or to the new users, we still had this very old tasks. You can see that they are from January, and only this operation produced this queue task.
Yeah.
We don't see older or newer queue tasks. It's only from this user change.
So let's check. Those tasks are finished, but the update into the tasks table wasn't successful. That's why they are there. And the this PR introduces some logic to delete the orphan tasks. But what I suggest is to check in your case whether the tasks were really executed, because in this case, when the connection to the database was failing, they were executed, just the update to the tasks table failed.
Mm-hmm.
And I suggest that you make sure that this is also the same. Matthias is saying this is the same scenario. Maybe he validated that the task has been executed, only the update of the tasks table failed. If it's the case, then the PR here will clean up those and everything is fine. If not, then we maybe have to do something else additionally.
Yeah, we will check it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So let's put this in discussion. Task command should list the task creation date.
Yeah, if you call the CLI, the BOSH CLI, and ask for tasks, the start date and finish date is not there. But we saw these values in the database. So the question is why the BOSH CLI not. So there are columns in the BOSH CLI, but there are no data, and we're not sure why.
If you do the JSON output, are they there?
Good question. We not checked that.
Because sometimes they are present. If they are present in the JSON output, I will say then it's a CLI feature, CLI improvement to just show them. If they are not present there, then most probably maybe we can also do something on the API side.
Yeah, the question is why the CLI already print columns for them, but the data is not there. So there are already columns shown for started at and finished at, but there, yeah, simply say there's no data. So maybe it was already there, this feature, but something's broken.
Yeah, yeah, maybe something. I have to leave at 17, but jobs info disk. Why is this task? Delete. This describes only delete. This only has a delete. Okay, I think we have now time is too short to get an understanding, but I will check tomorrow whether the API site is fine. You can check in the JSON output whether is data about the creation. And
sure. Yeah.
So we discussed this one, Terraform. I think Ramon commented here because of that. Yeah. Embedded. We are bumping currently at what we discussed already. Over 27. I think only this one we need to Awesome.
Yeah, I think the Ruben point is to Joseph below.
Is
It
this
should be fixed in the next release. Okay, so
next release by? Okay, then this is pending review. Okay, this is already okay. Update there. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so I think we are fine then.
yeah,
Yeah. If there is nothing else,
no, nothing new.
Oh, nothing from my side.
then I wish you a nice evening.
Yeah,
You
wish you
too.
all a nice evening and see you next week.
Yeah.
See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.